unbiased, fan-friendly Syracuse sports coverage on WSKO Syracuse. A Cumulus media station, the voice of the Central New York sports fan, The Score, 1260. Welcome to your home for local sports in Syracuse. Outside the Box Score with Mark Rowlands starts right now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Outside the Box Score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on The Score 1260. Huge show for you today. We've got a great guest joining us in just a few minutes. If there's any golf fans out there that are active on Twitter, you know who our guest is today. Ryan French at a case of the Golf 1 on Twitter. Monday Q Info.
Monday Q.
One of the great golf Twitter accounts. He covers everything from, the big, major PGA Tour events to the mini tours, the Corn Ferry Tour, the Corn Ferry for the ladies,
Might be the busiest man in golf.
Might be the busiest man in golf. He is everywhere. He was just on Golf Channel yesterday, and he's traveling today, but he was able to take a little bit of time out for us. We're going to talk to him about currently going on right now, U.S. Open local qualifying. Now, I'm going to have Ryan, when he comes on, explain how qualifying for the U.S. Open works. And the reason this came about was a pretty funny exchange between me, Ryan, and my good friend Hunter Hubel, who's my coworker at Bellevue Country Club, assistant golf professional. And he is trying to qualify for the U.S. Open on Monday. Now, initially, I was going to caddy for him, and he fired me before we even got there.
Fired before the tournament even started.
Got fired before he even played a practice round at Mendon Golf Club. So, is this an attempt to, take a little jab at Hunter? Maybe. But we had a funny exchange. Someone shot a 101 in U.S. Open local qualifying.
Wow.
Shot a 40 on the front, and then 61 on the back, with a birdie on 17. And so Hunter replied to Ryan, who tweeted out this scorecard, and was like, "Boy, Ryan better not find my scorecard if, when I try to qualify on Monday." And I said, I will be sending Ryan live updates. I will constantly be checking my phone, hole by hole updates on how Hunter is doing. And it's going to be fun. So I'm going to see if we can get some information out of Ryan on how maybe Hunter might do in U.S. Open local qualifying. He's a good player. I've played a lot of rounds with Hunter. He's a good player. He can get a little erratic off the tee every once in a while. That driver, when it's not drawn, Hunter hits this beautiful big high draw off the tee. And sometimes when it doesn't draw and gets a little left out a little to the right, he can find himself in some trouble. So we're going to talk to Ryan about Hunter's chances in just U.S. Open local qualifying in general. Big time of year. It's anyone theoretically can play in the U.S. Open if you're good enough. So, yeah.
I can't.
No. I can't. Lord knows I can't.
We can't.
But we can't. But theoretically, if you qualify, almost anyone can play. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to call Ryan, and he's going to join us right after this break, right here on The Score 1260. For the best local beer in Central New York, the only place you need to look is Myers Creek Brewing Company, with 16 different beers on tap at both the Inner Harbor in Syracuse and the Palace that is the Cazenovia location. Myers Creek has something for everyone. Want a bite to eat? Both locations feature a kitchen with delicious pizzas, some of the best wings in Syracuse, and much more. Make sure to check out our friends at Myers Creek Brewing Company, the official bar of Outside the Box Score.
We're buying whatever you're selling at the DV Vehicle Buying Center. Just drive into the buying center, get a fast, generous appraisal, turn that car into cash. The Buying Center at Drivers Village. See why at selltodv.com.
Whether you were there for last weekend's big rock show or you missed it, your next chance to see a legend is coming this summer. 6-time Grammy winner and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Jason Newsted takes the stage at the Everson Museum of Art July 18th and 19th for 2 nights only. Newsted and friends will deliver an unforgettable performance in an intimate setting, all to support the arts in Central New York. Tickets available now at everson.org. Jason Newsted at the Everson, where sound meets art.
Everyone knows that Memorial Day is the greatest time of the year to get a great deal on a mattress. And right now, our Mattress Express Memorial Day sale is on. And big news, we have added 3 new brands: Avocado, Simmons Black Beauty Rest, and Serta Eye Comfort. Listen to this. Save up to $870 on Avocado, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $800 on Stearns & Foster, $1,000 on Purple, $600 on Beauty Rest Black, $1,350
folks.
And no one in New York State has the selection
Not looking good.
that we have. No one has.
He's a very busy man,
Tempur-Pedic,
as we said.
Stearns & Foster, Sealy,
Mark's now
Purple,
trying
Puffy,
for number 3. I mean,
Smart
after
Bed,
3, it
Comfort,
just gets sad.
Caution Labs,
I was going to tell you to stop
Avocado,
after 2,
Simmons
but
Beauty
3
Rest
is
Black, Serta
the
Eye
old
Comfort,
college try.
and more. Take up to 5 years to pay with no
You just
money
keep calling?
down for qualified
You just
buyers.
let it die,
Call
don't you?
1-800-NEW-BEDS or go to mattressexpressny.com.
Save the date. The CNY Career Expo is Tuesday, May 20th from 2 to 5 at
I mean, he
Destiny
did confirm
USA.
that
This job fair connects
would
job
come out,
seekers
so-
with potential employers. It's an excellent opportunity for both experienced
Probably
and
coming up
entry-level
spam, just like
professionals looking for a new career opportunity. Companies
God,
interested
that
in
one seemed
participating
quick.
can register
Oh,
at
no, Mark.
score1260.com. Businesses on site
Well,
include New York State Department
folks,
of Civil Service, EJUSA, Dot Foods, Drivers Village, OCM
golf's
Bossier,
dying
Syracuse
anyways.
City
You know,
School
that's what they
District,
say.
and Suitco.
It's time to prepare for battle. The
I just texted him.
2025 Food truck battles now 2 days.
Jim,
Saturday,
thank
May
you
16th
on
and
the
17th at New York
congratulations.
State Fairgrounds. It's
For
the
what?
largest
Oh,
gathering
I
of locally
updated on
owned
Twitter
food
that
trucks in
I'm now
Central New York.
assisting
Tickets
golf
on
pro.
sale now at
Oh,
SYRFoodTrucks.com.
the hell did Mark do?
Brought to you by the Syracuse Food Truck Association.
When
All right,
I have
we're gonna go for
asthma
one
attack,
more
4?
I feel scared.
Gosh, Mark
It's
is a
like
resilient
tiny
mother.
nails
I
in
mean,
the air poke
I'll tell you,
my
the
eyes.
anxiety on me,
I
I just
start to cough.
rather slip my wrists and call a
Sometimes
4th time. But
my
good for you,
parents
fatty.
have to take me
I'm not
to
going
the
to say a word in this
hospital.
interview. Let it be known for
Today,
you people.
1 out of 13
I'm not going
children
to say a
suffer
single
from some
thing.
form
Mark
of
can
asthma,
schmutz it up.
accounting for nearly 1/3 of all emergency room visits.
I feel like I'm choking.
I hope he
It's
answers real
kind of
pissed off.
like
Who
an
the fuck
elephant
is this?
on my chest. A little whistle sound comes out when I breathe.
But while your child may suffer from asthma,
Yeah, this
asthma doesn't have to make your child
This
suffer.
isn't going
There
well.
are simple ways you can prevent your child's next attack.
This
To
is what
learn
happens
more,
sometimes when you
log
get
on
the
to
little bait, you throw it out to the big fish.
www.noattacks.org or call your
And this is
doctor.
what
No
happens.
good.
Because
Yeah,
even
no
one
good.
attack
We were
is
we were
one too
denied
many.
by
I
Ryan,
feel like a
and that's
fish
good. You know
with
what?
no water.
He's too big
Brought
for
to you
us.
by the
I mean, what are we
EPA,
doing?
Council,
This would have
and
been a
the
steal
state.
of the century.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the score 1260. Yeah, Ryan has not answered my phone calls yet.
Folks, this is what happens sometimes, okay, in local radio. And if you've listened to this show, you should expect nothing less, okay?
I have texted him to confirm again.
Yeah.
We did confirm this morning. And I have once again reached out to him to double confirm, but I don't know.
Maybe it was the time zone. You know, maybe he's in a different time
Yeah,
zone.
I told him 11 o'clock Eastern. I told him I'd be calling him right at 11:05, which when I called him, it was 11:05 on the dot.
Well, you know, either way, love the content. You know, you can't let this little gripe get to you. He's a very busy man.
No, he's an incredibly busy man, and he told me today's a travel day. He was like,
Yeah.
he goes, yeah, you know, it's I don't have much time, but I'll be either in an Uber or an airport.
Sure.
When, you know, we're on the phone, he warned me, like, it might be a little loud. Like, I was like, that's fine. You're, you know, incredibly busy man. Like you said, one of the busiest guys in golf. So
Do you think that sometimes when people like that try and help us out, they're like, these are a bunch of young kids. They're trying to break in. You know, maybe they just out of college, and we're almost 30 now, working at a radio station for nothing. We do this
I mean, are we almost? I mean,
I mean, I'm near my end. Yeah.
I'm 25. I wouldn't say that's pushing 30
I
yet.
forget I'm much older.
You're a year older than me.
I'm 2 years basically. I'm gonna be 27 next month.
No, that's true. Yeah, and I'll be 26 next month.
Yeah, just a year, I guess.
Yeah, so just a year.
Doesn't it feel old though? I mean, I feel like I'm about halfway.
Oh, we're washed.
Yeah.
We are so. Every time I try to do something moderately athletic now, I'm just washed up.
Well, I'll tell you, my athleticism is still at the peak. As I continue to lose weight, I mean, I think I'm only getting into a second prime, maybe.
Did you see that Harry Higgs, golfer?
Yeah, big fella.
Yeah, big fella. He's trying to train himself to dunk.
No.
So Harry Higgs, big guy,
Huge.
theoretically
for a golfer.
In terms of his height,
Yeah.
should be able to theoretically dunk, but the weight is,
You know
a little
what?
up there.
I'll tell you, he's only fat for a golfer. He's not really
No,
that
he's not.
big.
No, he's not that big. But
If he's 250, I'd be shocked.
he has a. Oh, I'm sure he's 250.
Look it up. Pull it up,
Harry
fatty.
Higgs height weight.
Gonna have a Segura situation on his hands.
Oh, he's only 6'2",
okay.
he's-
6'2" what?
235.
Yeah, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, he's only fat in when you look around the other PGA golfers.
Yeah.
He's not even that big.
I
235. I'd kill your mother to get to 235. 235.
I thought. Well, first of all, I thought he was like 6'4", and so that's why I was saying like, yeah, he's got to be 250. Like, but yeah, 6'2", 235. But he is losing weight. That
Right.
like he's got a trainer and stuff, and he's got a bet with his caddy that he's gonna try to train for like 2 years straight to be able to dunk.
So he's giving himself a 2-year time span.
Yeah, initially he was like within the next 10 years, and then he's like, well, actually I'm 33 years old. So that 10 years turns into about 2 to 4. But yeah, he's gonna try to be able to dunk.
Love the confidence of a big guy to be like, I could dunk. I mean, what is that? Give me like a year. I could dunk. Dunk a basketball? Are you kidding me?
And he said it's easier than training for a marathon for him.
I think so.
He was like, he had to choose between the two. He was either going to run a marathon or be able to dunk.
I thought
and
he took the easier option.
Yeah, and he was like, I think it's easier to train myself to dunk than to run a marathon, which I don't know. But I'm also 5'10", so it would be hard for me to train to dunk a basketball. I used to be able to touch rim.
Yeah, I think I can get up.
But there's no chance I could touch rim anymore.
I'd like to try. I'll get out there. I'm not saying I can dunk. I mean, that's crazy. But I can get up there.
Give me because I used to dunk pretty comfortably on 9 feet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I could also dunk on 9.5. It was just the 10 was too high. I might be able to dunk on like an 8.5 foot rim now. Maybe.
Are you kidding me?
I have lost
that thing down.
I have lost all of my hops. They're just gone.
Yeah, someone was talking to me the other day at work about she's not even older. She's like early 40s, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm doing Pilates now." And I was like, "What is that? What is Pilates?"
People talk about Pilates all the time. I have no clue what Pilates
It's only for old people, from what I've determined. I'm like,
Okay.
I think you're too young to do Pilates. She goes, No, this is right in the time. This is when you do it, and it's like weird exercises to help you use the muscles that you don't normally use. And I'm like, then why the hell would I do that? I don't use the muscles. Why do I need my inner pectoral to do anything? It's not doing anything regardless. It's a foolish thing. It just came up. I don't know.
Jim put a poll in the chat. Did Mark ever really have hops? A, no. B, not a chance. C, who's Mark? I was a volleyball player. We had to train to jump. That was part of our practices was like jump training.
Yeah.
So I was a volleyball player. So I learned how to jump properly.
Yeah. I like to think that who's Mark is what Ryan said to himself.
Yeah, he's like, what am I doing?
Who's Mark?
What is this strange number that's called me 4 times in a row? Yeah, so shout out Ryan French. We're going to try again.
After the break?
Yeah.
On the break? No, Mark, you're killing me here.
This is how radio works. You agree-
Radio is dead for a reason. We can't go again. Just admit defeat. I mean,
I just got a Twitter notification. Oh, it was Jim.
Yeah.
Jim!
Jim's trolling us.
I'm waiting for a DM on Twitter notification, and I get a Twitter notification. It's Jim.
I mean, Mark, we got to just establish where we are. You know, we can get guys like Bowman in here every week, but Ryan French, it's just not going to happen. And I like Bowman. Bowman's great.
Bowman's great.
We got to get Bowman on.
Yeah, it's time. Like probably next week. I'm going to try to get
now,
John
folks. If we don't get Bowman on next week, I think we got to finish up here. We got to just.
That's
back
gonna
it
wrap
in.
it up. If we can't get our regular baseball guy
Yeah.
to agree, then it's gonna be a problem. The thing Jim tagged me in was about the Grand Canyon University men's volleyball team.
Nice.
Grand Canyon University boosted one of the nation's most successful men's volleyball teams, but in a brief optional meeting called the Monday after the season ended, the entire team was abruptly told the program had been cut. I didn't hear about this.
Thanks for nothing. Get out of here.
Yeah, that was a good volleyball school. I'm surprised. I really am surprised that they cut the program. Men's volleyball is a very interesting college sport because there's like 5 good teams, and then
There's no
everyone
reason to
else is
watch the
just
men's.
middling.
What?
Fair. It is one of my favorite Olympic sports, though.
Men's volleyball?
Yeah.
Like beach volleyball.
Or indoor.
Really?
Yeah, they're so fun to watch. These guys are unbelievable
I
athletes.
assume they're just shooting piss missiles everywhere.
Dude,
on the
they hit it so hard.
I mean-
One of our coaches was a former D2 volleyball player, and he was a young guy. His name was Cam Brown, and he was still young. He was probably 28.
Sure.
And my last year, I was a libero, so I was just the dude in the different colored jersey in the back. They didn't want me in the front row. I was too short.
Checks out.
And
You're just digging.
yeah, so I'm just digging all day.
Digging holes.
And so my practice, like, typically consisted of one of our setters setting him up and
Just
him
pumping
just pumping him at me. And one day they were doing that, like, while also training like blockers in the front. So like see if they could block it, and anything they didn't block, I had to dig. So he was like, "Mark, get up in the front row."
Oh.
I was like, "Okay, why?" He's like, "I want you to try to block me." I'm like, "I'm 5'10". He's like, "Yeah, but you can get your hands up there." I'm like, "Okay, yeah." So I tried to block him a few times. I got him once or twice, and then he just reared back and like really got into one directly into my face. 75-mile-an-hour spike directly into my nose. Oh man, did it hurt?
I'd imagine.
Yeah. So in these like high-level D1 men's they're spiking at 80, 85 miles an hour, and they're jumping out of the gym. They're just insane athletes. It's so fun to watch.
I'm an OG Rogers and Dahlhauser fan. Love the beach volleyball game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but and beach is great too. I played like some, pretty competitive beach when I was in high school, and it's so different. You can't jump. It's so hard to jump on sand.
Yeah, I've played on the sand here, Fetty. And
Oh, yeah,
a
you-
couple leagues.
yeah.
Down at the old hot shots. It was fun.
Yeah,
I like
beach is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our volleyball talk for the day.
big volleyball.
Big volleyball fan.
If you know any big Twitter guys in the volleyball circle,
Yeah,
send them our way, and
is
we
there
will
a
promise to
A
get them
case of the volleyball one? Is that someone?
He will not answer, but we'll try.
He will not answer the phone. Jim said, Jim said, thinking he got a better offer, which might not be too difficult. Thanks, Jim.
I mean, you are here every week, Jim.
And then classic Mike Boehm comment, Ryan French is dead to me.
Bang. He'll cut somebody off.
I'm going to try again. We're about to take a break, and I'm going to try again.
I'm going to leave the show. He comes on, I can't be in the same room.
I'm just going to try once.
Okay.
I'm going to give him one more call.
Sure.
And then if he doesn't come on, we've got to rip
Now,
off.
isn't it the best if he just answers and goes, buddy, it's not happening today.
Yeah.
Okay. And you go,
you know
okay,
what?
Hey,
That'd be fine.
my bad.
That would be fine. But I'm going to try again.
All right.
We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. Maybe we'll have Ryan French on. We certainly won't. Right here on the Score 1260. If you're a fan of local craft beer, the only place you need to go is Myers Creek Brewing Company with 16 brews on tap at both the Cazenovia and Inner Harbor locations. Myers Creek has the best selection of locally brewed libations in all of central New York. Want a nice hazy IPA? The Velvet Fog is a must-try. More of a traditional Pilsner, how about the Floatin' on By? And for you sour drinkers, the It Takes Blue to Mango. So crack open a cold one with the official beer of Outside the Box Score, Myers Creek.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
He's typing.
For a degree
He's typing.
He couldn't use, now what?
Do we have?
It's nothing but a can't do it, right?
It might be.
Which is fine.
Yeah, if he can't do it, it's fine. But
I mean, he's dead to me, but yeah, it's fine. Better yet, he says can't do it. You take back worst mistake of your life.
No.
Oh boy.
Oh.
What's he
He's
say?
good. Dude, so sorry the bag x-ray got jammed. My bag was stuck for 30 minutes. He's at the airport.
So he's in. We got Frenchie. What a wholesome guy. He doesn't need to do this.
This is why I have to huddle over here to call because it just disconnects.
I mean, could you imagine? You have so many things going on in your day. You have 200,000 followers online. You were just on the Golf Channel, and you're going through airport security, which sucks. And you're like, let's call into local Syracuse radio, which Mark can't get the phone to work now.
I hate this phone.
We're leaving. This place sucks. I never said he was dead to me. He's back. Love Frenchie. It's ringing.
Hey, Ryan, it's Mark. How you doing? No, you're fine. The airport's such a pain. That's insane, dude. Yeah, dude, you're fine. I'll throw you on hold and we'll bring you on after the break, all right? Bang!
A lot of dudes there. Mark capturing his word of dude this,
Yep.
dude that. He's a dude guy. We're dudes now.
Yep.
And I'm not here, essentially. I'll be quiet. If I have an interjection, I'll hop in. I'll put the hand up.
Bang! We got him!
Now, you think it'd be appropriate to ask which LPGA golfer he likes to follow the most? Is that appropriate?
Come on, man.
What? He's a professional.
Probably the second biggest guest we've ever had on this show.
Who's bigger than this guy?
Frank the Tank.
Oh, true. You had.
I had Frank the Tank on the show. Yeah.
Where was I? Was I not on the show at that time?
No, that was before you came on.
What the hell was I doing?
I still had the intern, Steve. That was pretty early on in the show.
Yeah. Big get.
Yeah, that was a huge get.
We had you pegged for big things.
Yeah.
That was your biggest
It's only
guest?
gone downhill from there.
Biggest guest about 3 months in. Doing this for 4
Your
years.
dad said, "Wait, you had Will Ferrell?" I did cut the break much shorter. There were a couple ads that were left, but I did cut the break much shorter, so you don't have to worry, guys.
We are Oswego Health, and we care about what matters most, you.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse. It took a minute. Airport security can be a real pain in the butt, but he is now joining us. Ryan French, Monday Q Info himself. Ryan, how we doing?
Good, guys. Sorry, I apologize. Thanks for having me on. My bag was caught in an X-ray machine. It's a new one. So.
That is a new one. And your thing, yes. Thank you for taking time out of your unbelievably busy schedule to come on the show.
Oh, happy to do it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you about, we're in the midst of something that I know you follow quite closely, U.S. Open local qualifying. It's going on all over the country. It's been going on for a few weeks already, and there's still, more days to come. Could you explain to some people out there exactly how U.S. Open qualifying works and why people might need to even qualify to get into the U.S. Open?
Yeah, so there's to the men's side, there's two sides. So you two steps. Local qualifying, like you said, I think there's 105 or something locations across the country. 2 to 5 players get through at each site, depending on how many players are there. You have to have a 0.4 handicap. I think it's 2.0, something like that, or below to enter locals, and then the few people go on to sectionals, or they call it final qualifying now, and the 36 holes in one day, and then you get in the U.S. Open. It's the greatest thing in sports to me, and but plenty of people enter who either lie about their handicaps or get very nervous in their first event and shoot a big number.
Like 101, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps. That guy I posted about, I found out that he started on 10. So started, I think his second hole, he made an 11. He shot 61 on his front 9 with a birdie. So pretty impressive to do it, actually. So,
and to bounce back with a 40 on your second 9 is also pretty impressive. To even finish the round 61 front, get 21 strokes better, pretty good bounce back.
Some would say most would say that he probably should have headed for the parking lot after 9, but good for him for shooting 40 on the back nine.
So a question about that. So we don't know, if this guy maybe did lie about his handicap or just, got nervous, whatever it may be. Will he be getting a letter from the USGA saying, all right, maybe don't try this again?
Yeah, for sure. But there is reasons like, you have the shanks or something like that. There's good players. 61's pretty extreme, but like there are good players who have the putting yips or whatever. We all saw Ernie 7-putt number 1 at Masters, and people feel nerves playing in events. But yes, definitely get a letter. Very rare to be successful when you shoot 101 to explain what happened, and they'll let you in. So yes, but 9,000 people try. There's always at least 50 or so that bust the 3-digit mark.
I know I've played minimal tournament golf in my life, but I have played in a couple of, solo stroke play events. I'm a nervous wreck. I would absolutely shoot like 105 in U.S. Open qualifying because I'm just a head case. So
100%. I'm the same. I play in my little city open that I like put on YouTube, and there's one camera there, and it's my buddy, and I choke every year. So I totally understand, but 101 is pretty extreme. So I would guess he probably didn't really meet those handicap requirements.
Yeah. What is the handicap requirement?
I believe it's 2. It used to be like 1, but I believe it's 2 or below you have to be in order to enter.
So my friend and coworker is trying to qualify on Monday. He is playing Mendon Golf Club in Rochester, New York. Hanoi Falls?
Honeoye Falls.
It's Honeoye?
Yeah.
Oh. In Honeoye Falls, New York. Any words of advice for an aspiring professional golfer, my buddy Hunter, who is trying to qualify on Monday? He's never done it before. I'll tell you, he's a good player. The driver gets a little loose sometimes. He can leave that thing out to the right when that draw doesn't come back in. But he's a good player. He's about a 2 handicap, able to get in because he is a professional. So that's why he's able to qualify. Any words of advice to a young Hunter Hubel?
Yeah, so Hunter tweeted at me, and I told him I would give everybody a hole-by-hole update.
Yes.
So I'll be happy to do that. But the honest truth is just, this is what the U.S. Open is about. And, there's tons of professionals, like actual Korn Ferry Tour professionals that don't get through. So it's very easy for me to say, because people say this to me when I play in the City Open or whatever. It's like, oh, relax and enjoy yourself. Like, the fact is you're not. You're going to be nervous.
Yep.
And the odds that you play well are pretty slim. and that's going to be frustrating. But yeah, try your best to relax and withdraw if you have a big number on the front. Less likely to get a letter and say you were injured.
That's perfect. He is I know he's playing the course today. He's actually playing with former tour pro from this area, John Clare, who is bounced around. He's been on the Corn Ferry Tour. He's, gotten on, gotten off, played on tour. They're playing a practice round together today. So I will be getting a number from him later on today on what he shot at this course. We were building his yardage book yesterday, and there's some fun holes on this course. There's back-to-back drivable par fours, which is awesome. And there's also a par 5 that's only about 510 yards, but plays 20 yards uphill.
Sounds like it's going to be a 6-hour round is what that sounds like.
Oh, so, yeah. It's gonna be a long day for him today and on Monday.
Yeah, I know John, so I'll have him send me a picture of Hunter tomorrow.
Okay.
And we'll post it and just bust Hunter's chops that I'm going to give hole by hole updates, even though we won't.
Yeah, but it would be appreciated if maybe a scorecard. Maybe we find the scorecard and post that on Monday.
100%.
Well, Ryan, I don't want to hold you up too much. Thank you so much for hopping on the show with us. Congrats on your appearance on Golf Channel. Quickly before I let you go, how was that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all of this is surreal. The fact that anyone cares about what I say is pretty surreal. So, Golf Channel is one of the many things that has happened during this account that really can't wrap my head around. So, yeah, it was great. Tom Abbott was amazing. Dunning, my sponsor, is the reason I'm out here, and yeah, I'm super lucky. It's very, very surreal.
Well, congrats on all your success. I love your account. I've been following your stuff for so long. You do such great work getting the attention on a lot of stuff that doesn't get covered in the world of golf. And for golf sickos like me, I love seeing who's playing in a Monday queue or who's trying to qualify for what tournament. And you do such a great job covering it. It was a pleasure to have you on the show. And I'll make sure that we get I'll get that scorecard from Hunter over to you.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on. Sorry about the delay.
No problem at all. There he is, Ryan French at A Case of the Golf 1 on Twitter.
What a guy. Guys, we all knew he was coming, okay? I know a lot of people might have had their doubts, and you guys don't really know what we do here.
Yeah.
We always come through. That's what you know to trust.
There was never a doubt.
Never a doubt in my mind.
That Ryan was going to come on, especially when he didn't answer the phone 4 times the first time.
Big guy like that, it's minimal. Mark knew to call 5. 5 was the magic number.
5 was, in fact, the magic number. But, yeah, what a guy. It's just coming off an appearance on Golf Channel, taking time to join us on the show. Awesome to talk to him. And, Hunter, if you are listening, because I texted him and told him to listen, best of luck, buddy. If you're not, I will be sending you that clip. That clip's going to be everywhere just for Hunter. So we're going to take a timeout, come back, much more to talk about here on the Score 1260. For the best local beer in Central New York, the only place you need to look is Myers Creek Brewing Company, with 16 different beers on tap at both the Inner Harbor in Syracuse and the Palace that is the Cazenovia location. Myers Creek has something for everyone. Want a bite to eat? Both locations feature a kitchen with delicious pizzas, some of the best wings in Syracuse, and much more. Make sure to check out our friends at Myers Creek Brewing Company, the official bar of Outside the Box Score.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer. Then head to abcmouse.com/rate.
45 isn't even that bad, Mike.
Those bastards. I believe he was asked to not come back, though.
Yeah.
I think he may have popped off a little bit. I believe.
Yeah,
is the story. A little bit of anger.
Your dad also said, "Tell Josh his mom said he looks too dressed up."
Wearing a sweater.
You're just wearing a crew neck.
What? I will note that I got to apologize to your mother earlier when I said I'd kill your mother.
Yeah, that
go
was
to 235.
wild.
I meant to say my mother. And I know she listens, which is going to be maybe a problem later. Tell her that I'm a retard. Okay? Tell her that I messed up there. That's not what I meant to say.
You said I just let it go.
I meant to say kill my mother.
Yeah, but
still crazy.
Yeah, still a wild comment, but
it's because we were talking about your mom earlier. That's why.
Yeah. Pat said, "Shout out Mary." True, shout out Mary.
Of course. I mean, that's crazy. I'm wearing a sweater.
Yeah, it's nice. What is that logo on there? What's
the John Wolford Foundation?
Oh,
John
okay.
Wolford. It's a charity golf tournament. He has a scholarship at Monroe Community College.
Oh.
Got a free entry into that tournament every year.
Oh yeah,
with my
we
uncle.
played in that one.
No, we played in the Tom Lambiers.
Okay.
Also a free entry.
Yeah.
I got a couple of freebies that are now dead because some guy had to retire.
Ugh.
But yeah, no, John's been gone for about 20 years now, and family still does it. It's great.
Pat said people pay to go to Monroe Community College.
Monroe's cheap. Not much though. They're students. Way down.
Really?
Way down. Yeah.
And when I first read that, because I was like, people pay to go to Monroe Country Club. It's like, yeah, Monroe's a great club. Like,
what's the difference, honestly? At this point, what you paying for 4 years at a real college? That's crazy. For what? The degrees mean nothing. Really.
Nothing.
I mean, go to a community college.
Yeah.
I couldn't preach it enough.
We say this as my girlfriend's going to graduate with a master's today.
I have a master's.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Means
bullshit.
nothing.
It's a scam. And then the system got me. They clawed into me.
Yeah.
I work for the people that put me in debt. Isn't that something? It's like I'm working off a mob loan.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing hits. I'm telling kids that they don't have enough money.
Pat said, I have a master's. People forget. I don't actually. I know you don't. What are you talking about?
I mean, you're stealing valor.
Yeah, that's stolen valor. You don't have a master's degree.
Yeah, you got to pay $60,000 for those things. Isn't that something?
He said I could. Yeah, you could theoretically, but you
Anybody
don't.
could. Just do it. Why not? Doesn't matter. It's a waste. A master's, and I'm working on a local radio show.
Got a broadcasting degree. I'm a golf professional.
Yeah.
Or 1260.com.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse on the score 1260. Pat's just still talking about college and chat. He goes, people forget I was going to go to law school. I do remember when the idea was for Pat to go to law school, and then he goes, and then I graduated with a 2.9.
That's okay. It's okay.
I think it's better than me.
Really?
Yeah, I was like a 2.8, I think.
Not a lot of good students up in here.
No.
I had a 3.6, 3.7.
Well, that's it. I'm a bad student. Always have been.
Okay.
So 2.8 I was fine with. I had a 4.0 in my major.
Okay. So that's
yeah, all the broadcasting classes I nailed. It was just everything else.
Yeah.
Not a good student. I want to talk about the current situation that is Boston sports.
Where do we start? Which one? You want to go Celtics first? Get her over with?
Jim tagged me in this tweet. Said 10 days of pain for Boston sports.
Hit me.
And it's starting on April 30th.
Okay.
Sox blow 6-0 lead, loss.
Okay.
And then each of these are just in order of days.
Yeah.
Sox blow game in the 8th, loss. Sox W, but lose Casas for the year. Sox L. Sox blow game in 7th, 8th, L. Celtics blow 20-point lead. Sox L. Sox W, but Celtics blow another 20-point lead.
Sox W.
Sox W, but Raffy goes rogue.
Ugh.
And then yesterday, Sox L in the 12th.
Ugh.
as a Celtics and Red Sox fan,
Sure.
what the hell is going on in Boston? From both.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics find a way to lose 2 20-point leads to the Knicks in Boston. And the Knicks are a good team. I'm not taking anything away from the Knicks. Knicks are really good. I think they've got a great roster, potential championship caliber team. There's no shame in losing to the Knicks.
Both at home.
But both at home in the fashion that they lost those games.
Yeah.
That's what kills me.
I mean, do the starters ever get a rest tonight? I mean, you just got to play them constantly and just try and win by 60, right? I mean, that's the goal.
That's the goal, but I've never seen a team miss so many open three-pointers.
Yeah, I mean, some people are like, why even shoot them? I'm like, they're pretty open for most of them. Also, but I do get it. What are we doing? Why are we just yakking
It's
threes?
Missoula ball. But there's a silver lining here.
What's that?
The Celtics for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, really struggled. And that time was in between the death of Pope Francis and the election of the new Pope.
So you think without a Catholic leader, the Celtics were lost?
Yes.
Okay.
Joe Mazzulla has very strange Catholic energy that he brings to the table.
Okay. I can see that.
Without his compass, the leader of the Catholic Church, the Pope, the Celtics were lost.
You think Chicago-born Pope Leo is just anybody?
Just anybody.
Any
I
pope,
think
any
the fact
true
that
leader.
there is a Pope now brings the Celtics back.
Okay, that's very Catholic of you to think that.
Very Catholic of me to think.
Yeah, that's not really any stats to go off, but if you...
For any, Josh. I'm looking for any lost 2 games.
Yeah, real heartbreaker. Real last second. I don't know what to say. I mean, the Celtics. I don't know. They should win, right? They're just a good team. I don't understand it either. The Knicks. Gotta love Tom Thibodeau, though. I talk about a coach you just get behind. Guys who play hard, good hustle, good defense. I mean, great coach, Tom Thibodeau. Fine. I like seeing Tibbs.
Yeah, I like Tibbs. I mean, he plays guys, to the bone.
Oh yeah.
If you're playing for Tibbs, you're 40. And like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Nick. It's just bothersome.
Yeah.
And they play at 3:30 today in the Garden, and the Celtics are a 5.5-point favorite for some reason.
I mean, they have to be favored.
At the Garden.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot because the other day we were doing the Stone thing, and Boston people called TD Garden the Garden as well. I know. The Garden
that's
is
TD Garden, or it used to be the Boston Garden.
Right.
The Garden is Madison Square.
Thank you. Yeah, Stone said the Garden the other day. I was like, the Garden. I had to do a
yeah,
double.
They just call it the Garden.
Yeah.
We are going to jump over to the phone lines for a second. Jamie, the FedEx guy, calling in. Are you here to troll me about my Boston sports teams, Jamie?
No, I was going to talk to you about the recap of the Kentucky Derby and your thoughts on Sovereignty not running in the Preakness. That's a black eye for that sport.
Shameful. As far as I know, the horse is not injured. I have heard nothing of.
Really?
Have you heard anything about Sovereignty being hurt?
I assume that's why they pulled him. Is
No,
that there's something going on?
I haven't heard anything.
So, as far as I'm aware, the horse is not injured. Why not even attempt the Triple Crown? I can't.
Pinnacle of the sport.
I can't fathom owning a horse or being a trainer for a horse, and if the horse is healthy, which we do not know, but if the horse is healthy, just saying, "Nah, I'm good," to potentially winning the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Now, in terms of recapping the Derby, Sovereignty, great horse, it should have won. Our guy,
Final Gambit, folks.
Final Gambit,
nearly made a run there.
That was our guy. Did the same thing he did in that race we watched. He was in dead last by 6 lengths, ends up finishing 4th.
Dead to rights, full comeback. He's going to be my favorite horse to look at for the Preakness.
Oh yeah. Do we know? Is it running in the Belmont? Is Final Gambit running in the Belmont?
I'm not sure.
I'm not positive either.
You might have to make the trip. We might have.
If Final Gambit is running in the Belmont, we might have to take a trip to Saratoga. That's my new favorite horse.
I like to say we were obviously talking a lot about betting the Derby. I had an exactly on Sovereignty second, journalism first, and I didn't box it. I was like, you fool!
You didn't box it?
I didn't box it.
Oh,
I was like, oh, you idiot! But that's all fun. And
I
games.
ended up breaking even on Derby.
Oh, that's nice.
Throughout the whole day, I had like 18 bets, and I just broke it.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That's fun horsing.
Yeah, I'll absolutely take it. What do you got, Jamie?
Oh no, I was gonna say that's pretty awesome for you guys. And then the other thing, a couple other things I had was, did you guys have you guys talked about Boeheim being the coach for Boeheim's Army in the basketball tournament coming up?
Coach Emeritus is the title. So he is not actually going to be the head coach of the team, like during the games on the court, but he is going to be at practice. He is going to be helping him, scheme and stuff like that. Yeah, Boeheim is actually involved with Boeheim's Army now.
That's kind of...
Listen, you get Jimmy there, have Buddy retire from the NBA for like a week, so he's eligible to play. Get the Boeheim boys. It's never going to happen. But can you imagine if Melo played for this team?
That'd be pretty fun.
With Boeheim involved now, there's a chance. There's a chance. Can you imagine if Melo
He's
suited
throwing
up?
out a text for sure. Probably.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
You still playing? You do pick up?
And he just retired, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. So he's still in great shape.
Sure.
He's in town right now. He's the commencement speaker at graduation for SU. Jim said Buddy is supposedly on the team. I don't think he's eligible.
Yeah,
he's on an NBA or
he's a
two-way
Pistons G leaguer,
contract.
right?
Yeah, he's in the TBT ad, I guess.
Oh,
listen, if Buddy's gonna play, great. Can we get Gerard on the team too? This team just shoots nothing but three. They're the Celtics. Can we have Boeheim's Army be the Celtics but good? That'd be great.
And play the zone. Need the zone.
Oh, well, if Boeheim's coach.
Yeah. This team's playing the zone.
You think they're not going to play zone? Of course they're going to play zone. This is Boeheim's Army. He's involved. They're going to do nothing but zone.
Oh yeah.
And then my last thing I got is I'm such a poor tennis fan these days. I don't even know when the French Open's starting.
End of May, Jamie. May 25th it starts. May 26th. Big week just coming off of Madrid. Casper Ruud wins his first Masters 1000s last week. Headed into Rome this week. The return of Jannik Sinner. First match back since Australia is today at 5 or 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
In front of his home crowd. I'm sure no booze coming in. He'll be the hero to those people. It's crazy.
That whole situation.
He'll get booed. The U.S. stretch when he comes around for the U.S. stretch. Cincinnati, D.C., New York. They'll boo the hell out of him.
Yeah, the boo birds will be
gotta
out.
Wait. Yeah.
That whole situation is so messed up.
It still baffles me that a guy just actively hits a doping test, and he lucked out though too, because I mean technically his rankings still were affected, but a different guy won every tournament for 3 months, and Alcaraz didn't win any.
Yeah,
so he's still the #1 player in the world, and he gets to return on center court in the night match primetime at Rome tonight, and it's just
in
fun.
front of his home crowd.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah,
there was no punishment.
Jensen Brooksby spent 15 months on the IL for steroids. That guy ain't juicing.
Yeah,
you see that guy? You know Jensen Brooksby is. Look him up, folks. If that guy's on steroids,
102 mile an hour server of the tennis ball, Jensen Brooksby.
Yeah,
insane that he only got 3 months and gets to come back at home. It's and still the world #1.
He's the favorite for this tournament, and he's going to be the heavy favorite in the French.
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah. Anything else, Jamie?
No, that's all I got. Always nice chatting with you guys. I'm gonna have to somehow get a hold of Josh. Is your buddy's name, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to meet this guy sometime in person. Maybe bring him to our draft, Mark, so I can meet him in person. This guy's
there we
an
go.
awesome tennis fan.
Sure.
He's putting me to shame. I used to be the tennis fan king.
I knew if I had to, if I was gonna bring a show to the airwaves, Jamie, I knew just for you I needed a tennis guy. So we brought Josh in for that.
Yeah, that's great. All right, have a good weekend, fellas.
You too, Jamie. There he is, Jamie, the FedEx guy, calling in. Always a pleasure to hear from Jamie. We got Jim talking in the chat. Stearns beat Madison Keys this morning.
Wow. Okay. Big one. I mean, Maddie Keys, she beat Sabalenka off the court. She's hitting it harder than she has in a while. She's exciting. Good. Probably one of the best Americans out there right now. Coco Gauff, people really like her still, but until that serve gets together, she has so many double faults.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're kind of out on Coco, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, she did win a title. She won like a 500 earlier this year, I think, but I couldn't care less for Coco at this time. I don't think she's competitive. And same with Pegula. Just no American. The women are much more consistent, I'd say. They'll get further than the men.
Yeah.
But they still can't win. And it's just what it is.
American tennis is a sham.
I mean, Taylor Fritz lost in straights today at Rome.
Did he really?
To another America, Giron. Marcos Giron. But yeah, 2 tiebreakers. Lost them both. Foe out in the first round.
Oh.
I mean,
American tennis is a sham.
It's a tough look. I guess this is the second round too, by the way. This is Friday. It's definitely
yeah.
Round. But yeah, pretty tough sledding for the American tennis hopeful out there right now. Which is odd because they have like the most 100 or most top 100s they've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And they're just not consistent. Or like it's not a big 3 situation. Those Sinner and Alcaraz are very good.
Yeah.
But they're not
Federer,
not
Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer. So
right.
Yeah, it's not like there's this unclimbable mountain of 3 guys that win every tournament.
Right.
Like you said, a different guy won every single tournament while Sinner was out.
Yep. And it couldn't have been. Well, now here we are. The Lake season is not where the Americans shine.
Oh, that's true.
This is not where we should expect it. But come grass season, I mean, Tommy Paul won Queens Club last year. Grass is good for people. Fritz loves the grass. Made semis at Wimbledon last year. And then, of course, the hard court coming on the American swing.
Yeah.
Is where we really pick it up.
Yeah, except we still don't win.
Yeah. I got to get out to another tournament this year. Went to the Dubai Open or Mumbai Open in D.C. last year. I got to go to
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Ross. Me and Rossi went down there.
Oh, nice.
I think I gave the old guy a heat stroke. I think he almost passed on me. It was rough. It was rough sledding. A lot of water for the big fella.
Yeah. Yeah. How is tennis in person?
Tennis is great. I love tennis. I mean, because you can see it from anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's just awesome fun. We were up in the upper deck. Now, mind you, it's a small stadium, but we were up top. Great atmosphere. And you just pick a side. Like, everyone in there, like, they don't know who it is. Like, most of the people, the problem with American tennis crowds is, like, when you watch on TV, you're like, oh, I want to boo this guy. I want to boo that. They don't know. People don't go. Especially tennis is like a wealthy sport. Like, it's in D.C., this Open I went to. It's in the rich, uppity part of D.C.
Yeah.
And even the people you see walking around, you're like, oh, we don't have a lot in common. That's not these people just came out for something to do.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
they're not tennis fans.
Right.
They're just and then there's you who is a hardcore tennis fan.
Right. So like but they still get into it. They pick their side, they cheer. It's fun. I think it's a good time. And you can hear sometimes, like when I went last year, Sabalenka was a little pissed off in the first set. So you could hear her just unraveling a little bit, like, getting angry and yelling, and like it's just very fun. It's a very fun sport.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you went to that. I'm surprised you've never been to the U.S. I'm surprised you've never gone down to Queens.
Yeah, I mean, my dad and my uncle went a couple years ago, and they talked about it. We got to go again, and I'd be great to do it because I could go, like, knowing so many of the unknown guys to most people. You could go early on in it when it's cheap and just get a grounds pass and just walk around. There's like 14 courts.
Yeah.
You can just walk around anywhere and pick up, oh, this guy's 46 in the world. He's good. I want to watch this guy. And there are a lot of Americans do it, those things. So that's the way to do it. And it's really fun. And then one night you get a Nash night session or something.
Yeah.
Splurge a little bit. But I do have to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be very fun.
I'm surprised you've never been. We got to take one more time out. We'll come back, wrap things up afterwards. You are listening to Outside the Box Score, your home for local sports in Syracuse on the Score 1260.
If you're a fan of local craft beer, the only place you need to go is Myers Creek Brewing Company with 16 brews on tap at both the Cazenovia and Inner Harbor locations. Myers Creek has the best selection of locally brewed libations in all of central New York. Want a nice hazy IPA? The Velvet Fog is a must try. More of a traditional Pilsner? How about the Floatin' on By? And for you sour drinkers, the It Takes Blue to Mango. So crack open a cold one with the official beer of Outside the Box Score, Myers Creek.
The mayhem is back.
This ad bothers me.
Mayhem.
Just call it mayhem.
Oh.
Mayhem. Just call it mayhem. It's in the word. The month is in the word.
Why not April? Oh, that's bad. I didn't get it. I shouldn't say things. What about Sepsis September?
Nope. You're back. You're
back with sepsis.
You got it. Oh God.
I have to go home and dress down a little bit, I guess, when I go out
Yeah.
later.
But I didn't even know that you're wearing like shorts. Like
shorts and a sweater.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know what my mom saw.
I had no idea.
I'm going out later tonight though. I'll be going to Rome for a game night.
Yeah, I remember you telling me yesterday.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Not until late. It starts at 7. I'm like, so when do we get out there? Like 5 or something? She goes, 7. I'm like, so we're gonna get out there right at 7, leave, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Boy, the Derek Carr's shoulder is worse than I thought. Labral tear and degenerative rotator cuff injury. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would retire too.
He's just a solid middle of the road quarterback.
Yeah, he had some good years.
Yeah. I feel like some people think, like, I don't know, what's the comparison to other people's mind for like a Tony Romo and Derek Carr? They played about the same-ish time.
Yeah,
In my mind, I think it'd be crazy, but I do think it's going to be pretty similar in the grand scheme of things to non-Cowboys fans.
34,000 yards, 248, 117, 65% completion percentage. $41,000 yards, 257, and 112. So
they play the same 11 seasons, both of them, or 169 games.
11 years, 13 years.
Okay, but he did. Yeah, the first 2 years he didn't play.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the same.
Yeah, same.
Guys who were injured, 169 games versus
156.
So a little less.
Yeah.
The passing yards are definitely less, but the touchdowns probably would have been there. So yeah, pretty similar guys. Whereas like when I think of Tony, I'm like, no, he was far better than Derek Carr. But
yeah,
Derek Carr was
similar.
Good. Yeah.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260. Josh and I were just doing a little stat comparison. Derek Carr recently retired, former Raiders and Saints quarterback, and Tony Romo, and they're like the same.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking it in my head that I'm like, that's probably going to be the comparison for a lot of people. Similar injury issues throughout the career.
Yep.
Gunslinger-ish quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, the Carr played, 10 more games, 12 more games or whatever?
Yeah.
It's pretty sizable, 7,000 more passing yards, but like 10 more touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah. 9 more touchdowns, 5 less interceptions. Their completion percentage is almost identical. Carr 65.1, Romo 65.3.
Mm-hmm.
Just solid quarterbacks.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Good comp.
Wonder how Carr's golf game is.
I'd assume it'd be pretty bad with the torn labrum and the rotator cuff
Probably.
issues. That's probably pretty
Well,
uncomfortable.
before that, I wonder how his golf game. Because, I mean, Romo's a stick.
Oh, yeah.
That's a guy that Monday Q Info has talked about before. He's
Is
tried
that right?
he's tried to qualify for a few things. I think he tried to qualify for the U.S. Open this year.
Okay.
Which it was a pleasure having Ryan French on the show. Never a doubt.
No, of course he was coming on.
Well,
Brian
he was always-
French, man of the people.
Man of the people. He was always going to come on. That's at A Case of the Golf 1 on Twitter, Monday Q Info. Great account. Been following his stuff for a long time, and I'll make sure that he gets that scorecard from Hunter.
You like how he said, I know John. I know the
yeah,
guy
of
you
course,
dropped in.
yeah, of course he does. Why would I assume? He probably knows everyone who's ever played in a professional golf event.
Yeah.
The guy's all over the place. So I found out, so I want to thank him. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Josh, for being here. Thanks, Jamie, calling in, Jim in the chat, as always. We'll be back next week. Same time, same channel, 11 a.m. right here on the Score 1260. Peace.